you watched SmackDown this Sunday, it was the television re-debut almost of Bray Wyatt. He returns to SmackDown. Your opinions on everything. I know you talked about this on Sportskeeda. I'll bring up some stuff you said on there as well. But initial impressions on Bray Wyatt's return as somebody who wasn't previously the biggest fan of Bray.
Well, I'm still not the biggest fan of Bray, but it's not up to me to set the market value. It's up to fans. And what I'm saying, if you like Bray Wyatt, more power to you. But I don't think he, other than his merchandise sales, which is astronomical, I heard, I don't think he added that much to the live gates or the pay-per-view buys, because he would just go in the ring and just beat guys up. Where's the heat in that? There's no heat. I mean, he didn't really cheat. He just beat guys. So how are you going to boo a guy that basically just beat another guy straight up? What are you mad about? Nothing. He just beat him. So that was the only problem I saw with him. But as a merchandiser and a merchandise mover, I think he really, really moved the needle on that. And that's what they're looking at, because what is this month? October?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what's coming?
Halloween.
And Christmas.
Oh, I thought you were going to go Halloween with the Fiend. That would have been perfect.
Well, a little bit too late for that, but still, that is a marketing tool they can use for Halloween. But Christmas is coming, the biggest part of the year, gift buying and all this, and they're going to get his stuff out ready for that. That's all. They're already planning for that. But I hope he does well. And I don't know if they're going to give him that crew of characters behind him. I wouldn't right now, because you got 6 characters behind him. You can introduce them in different times when you need them. I mean, if you put him out there, you're kind of layering down his effect. You're diluting his effect. I'd put him out there by himself. And whether he's going to come out as Bray Wyatt or whether he's going to come out as the Fiend, it remains to be seen. But one thing, they got to go with this guy. They got a lot of different doors they can open. And that's a lot better than having just one guy. You got to figure out something for one guy. But this guy's got 6 doors, 7 doors, and a lot of characters. So, but who would you say he would have a feud with first? And what is he? Is he a babyface or is he a heel? What is he?
Well, when he came out, he was almost Wyndham Rotunda with a tear in his eye and thank you for having me back kind of thing. And then some pre-roll runs, and it's all going to be supernatural. And so I don't know who he'd feud with first. I mean, if Randy Orton came back fairly soon, then they could pick up from there, which is probably his most memorable feud before he was fired. I don't know.
Well, but I think him coming out there, he showed the real Bray Wyatt. But yet, at the same time, I'm thinking, well, maybe the fans don't want to see the real Bray Wyatt. I mean, they appreciated it. And he had the tears coming down. And see, I've never really gotten guys that really cry at this stuff, because I've never cried in a wrestling ring. You know, I may have missed going in there and I may have missed the fans, but not enough to actually get emotional about it and start tearing up and crying. I've just never been that way. I mean, when I tear up, there's a reason for it, but wrestling wasn't it. And I think and I said on Sportskeeda, I think, but you can see every Friday night, ladies and gentlemen, at 11:05 Eastern, because I watched 2 hours of SmackDown and then 1 hour of Rampage, and then we go live on Sportskeeda Facebook and we critique the show. Actually, a pretty good show, really, because we're going straight from the live show into our critique of it. But it's I think Bray gave them the real Bray Wyatt, but I don't think they knew what they were going to see. But in seeing that, I think that surprised the people. That's like you've heard the fourth door, the fourth curtain.
You're breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, you're right. So I think that's what he did. He opened it up, and there he was. And he has a kind of a mythical quality about him too. As long as that doesn't get broken, I think he's going to be fine. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how much he's going to make in the overall scheme of things. But he came back at the exact right time. It's almost like the perfect storm, in a good way, is coming because Vince is gone. Triple H is back. Creative has more control. They're more competent. Plus, Bray Wyatt is a master thinker, creator. So I think if they are lacking on some of what they want him to do, he's more than able and willing to fill them in.
Mm-hmm. Just one more thing I want to pick up is that you said on the Sports Keeda show that you would like to see Bray booked like Hulk Hogan. Now, it was The Fiend. He was sort of booked almost beyond Hulk Hogan because just nothing affected him at any point, whereas Hulk Hogan really was a fantastic seller before he beat him.
Even beyond that, see, Hulk Hogan, you didn't see him on TV every week.
Yes.
When you saw him come out, something was up. Something big was coming down. Of course, a big pay-per-view, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, something. I would withhold a lot of Bray Wyatt's or the Fiend's TV appearances till it meant something. Then when he comes out, and then he can look around and he knows what to do. But you got to make his appearances have meaning. They got to have effect and a reason for him to be there. Him coming out, trotting out every week as the Fiend and beating somebody, it will get old quick. Very, very quick. And I think you're actually booking in reverse. You're booking to get him unover instead of over. Am I right or not? If you see somebody, if you just look at SmackDown in the last 6 months, how many times have you seen Ricochet? 50 times? Yeah. A lot more, not that much. But he's like he's great in the ring. But if you see him too much, his moves then become predictable, and you've seen it before. It's like having the same songwriter come out and sing the same song every week. After a while, you've heard it, and you know it by heart. But I would keep the Fiend's appearances to a minimum, and when he came out, I'd have him mean something. And it's not that hard to do because Triple H can do that. And I think he understands the value of less is more. And I think he will mean more. Now, Hulk Hogan, like I said, you saw him like once every month, every 5 weeks or something. You didn't see him wrestle on TV unless it meant something. Then you saw him.
Absolutely.